So this is part of the Mason-Dixon show up here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Here's our convoy. We're getting ready to go on a historic war tour. Let's see, it's our lead. Got us a nice 2A, there's a GPW, 3B, MB, 3A, another 3A, and then old Russ Watton's out here in his Willie's wagon. So we'll be going off here pretty soon. Should be fun. There's so much of this fencing too. And the audio thing has said that these worked out really good because they'd have to jump over them so they could sit over there and just shoot them as they kind of come over top of them.
There was a dip in the road somewhere and they crossed the fence and they dipped down and they couldn't see it as soon as they come up over the hill.
Alright, good.
I'm Adam Buck. I'm from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm involved with the World War II American Experience Museum, and today we brought down 2 Jeeps from our collection. This one's a 1941 Bantam BRC-40, and it might look different because Bantam developed the Jeep, but they couldn't produce enough Jeeps for the war effort that the government decided to give the contract to Willys and then bring Ford in to produce the GPW and the MB. So there's only about 60, I was told, good examples of BRC 40s in existence today. And, this one's very original. It was actually used by a service station from 1946 to 1972 just to run for parts. But it's been fully restored. Has its original Continental 4-cylinder engine. Quite different than what we're used to seeing in the CJ2As, 3As, MBs.
I think it might last another 2 more hours.
Bantam used whatever parts they could get, a lot of leftover parts from their car manufacturing. They were a smaller company, obviously, from Butler, Pennsylvania. You can see the civilian instruments.
They look nice, don't they?
Yeah. And this particular one was built in April of 1941. Completely different rear end. Really the only thing that would be recognizable from a standard MB or GPW is the pintle hook on the rear.
Oh yeah, right. Alright, what's this one there?
Here we have a 1944 Willys MB. This one only has 7,000 miles on it. Never been restored. Original tires with the synthetic S3 mark. Original Goodyear tires. Original seats. You can see this Jeep, I don't think was ever put into service with the military. There's not even a dent going across the floor there.
That's crazy.
Somebody obviously repainted it gray after the war. But just an unrestored survivor, and something like this is better left the way it is.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I'll open the hood. Never been apart. And this came out of long-term storage in New York State. So if anybody's ever in the Gettysburg area, we have a museum there. World War II American Experience. We have a lot of Jeeps, trucks, tanks, uniforms, helmets, all sorts of stuff related to the Second World War. And we have about 5 unrestored, nice original World War II Jeeps like this. Low mileage, original tires. Some were actually brand new in the crate at the end of World War II.
And I will say from experience, it is a good museum. You're going to see all kinds of good Jeepneys. So.
Thank you. When you walk in right now, if you come right now or this coming week, you'll see the Bantam on display in the lobby, along with a Ford GP, another pre-standardized Jeep. And actually, we also have a Volkswagen Kubelwagen on display and a Japanese version of the Jeep. So if you like Jeeps, it's the place to come to.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Horses.
That'd be a nice tour of that.
Miles, it's like a big rectangle. And I talked about it being like 4 miles in that direction and 5 miles in this direction. So we're in the northwestern corner of the huge rectangle. And you can see the town is sort of in the top middle of the rectangle. So it's a really big place. They try to keep the battlefield looking the way it did. They have historic fences where fences would have been. They're farmers' fences, not soldiers' fences. They have, cannons where cannons would have been during the battle, fields where fields would have been, woods where woods would have been. So it looks similar to the way it did at the time. But, of course, there are differences. There are roads that were not here, we're driving on, and there are monuments that mark the locations of where units were positioned during the battle. So obviously, it's a little bit different. Now,
All right, go ahead.
My name's Kane Riccardi. This is my 1942 GPW. It has a Chevrolet V6, little 4.3 with Toyota axles, 35 BFGs, 8274 winch, fully boxed frame, stock rear springs front and back with no lift, and 35s. I have Highline fenders with the hood cut. I made the roll bar, the rock sliders, battery mounts, you name it, I built it. I have touched every nut and bolt.
It looks really good. It's an epic vehicle.
Thank you.
This is a GPW, right?
Yes.
Jeep logo.
Okay.
And it was actually a factory script. It was an early script tub.
What made you want to go this route?
I've built a few flat fenders in the past, and this was really all those ideas put into one truck. It drives good on the highway, it crawls well, it actually climbs really well.
Man, the top looks really good on it.
The top was made by a friend of mine, Jeff, at Classic Jeep Tops.
You talking about Jeff, what's the last name? That, exactly. I know him.
Yeah.
That's for you, Jeff.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll see this. I like they got Pioneer tools on there still. It's pretty awesome. You got a name for it?
Just my little GPW.
My little GPW. It's my little GPW. Looks good. Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, go.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Kenny Lehman. This is my 49 Willys panel wagon. It's a station wagon actually. It was a panel wagon. I've converted a lot of things on it. Updated the engine to a 316 stroker motor, which is small block Chevy. Done a little bit of different stuff to it. These are small block Chevy push rods here I put in the hood. Originally there wasn't no holes here. I just cut it open. Looks pretty cool when the hood's down. You can see inside. Plus it lets it run a little cooler. And basically got this thing for $100. Sandblasted it down to bare metal and redid the frame and put the body back on, and it started rusting just from the time I was working on it. And
let's look inside, because this thing is
patina.
Yeah, this thing is crazy.
Inside here, it was pretty rough when I got it too. It was crazy. It had shag carpet everywhere and I had to redo everything, but it's got cup holders out of 460 Ford for my cup holders, connecting rods, and had an old knife that basically was just a decoration, sat in a box, cut that down and made it into the shifter. And still got the interior to do somewhat, but made it. These are bomber seats. They look uncomfortable, but they're really actually real comfortable. I got just my wipers, just a manual, one wiper, it's manual, gets it done now. And then the back made it into like a prison wagon. Back I got some old handcuffs, shackles, custom made shackles, and took the glass out of the hatch here.
That row of rocks right there.
Yeah.
If you look in there, like, I don't know if it's my imagination, but when you get up there, you can see firing lanes where they would move the rocks. And it makes you just kind of think, wow, Jesus, really was people just sitting here shooting everybody.
Tom and Rosemary Firestone.
All right, go ahead.
1950 Jeep pickup truck. Been modified. Chevy engine, transmission, rear end, power steering, power disc brakes, a lot of other modifications. So that it's drivable on the road. It's definitely driven. So,
check out the interior, all original. Oh, it looks nice. The seats look nice.
not much room in the cabs.
No. Like there really is there? The bed looks great. You been out to the Mason-Dixon show many times? You been out to the Mason-Dixon show good bit?
To this Mason-Dixon show? Every year.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep, since it started.
You got the coveted Willys Overland tailgate here, it looks like.
I'm sorry.
You got the WO tailgate.
Yep.
That's what everybody's looking for. It's probably over there. How long you had it?
It's probably been painted about 25 years.
Oh, wow.
And I've had it probably 35.
Oh, wow.
And it still ain't done. They're never done.
They're never done.
Never done.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Yep. It's a good road vehicle.
I bet so.
I'm the Baxter Shaker from Butler, Pennsylvania. This is my 48 CJ2A. Her name's Old Ruby. I restored it pretty much stock other than putting 10-inch brakes on it instead of the 9-inch. Kept it 6-volt. Pretty much everything's been gone through except the engine has not had a major rebuild, just a valve job. I do a little bit of trail riding with it, and it does have lockers front and rear. And got 27,000 original miles on it. It was owned by a factory out in the middle of Ohio, and mainly used just around the plant. This is an aftermarket body on it, though.
Is this an MD1 body?
Yes.
They go together pretty well?
Yeah. I didn't have any problems. A little bit with front fenders, but that's it. Had a 3-point hitch whenever I got it. I did not put that back on it. I plan on trail riding. And I made the back rack for it. Other than that, I've put about 1,000 miles on it. One pretty good dent in the rear fender.
I saw that, yeah. Is this your first time at Mason-Dixon show?
Yes, first time down here. Really nice. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Plan on coming back.
Oh, good. Hey, appreciate it.
Thanks.
You probably know the Battle of Gettysburg is fought in the middle of the American Civil War. See, Gettysburg's not the first battle, it's not the last battle, it's right in the middle. Prior to this, all the big fighting had been taking place in Virginia between these two armies. And after every major battle, Abraham Lincoln, the president, would find himself replacing his army commander. 3 days before the Battle of Gettysburg, the Northern Army had a new commander, George Gordon Meade from Philadelphia. Of course, he's got a fort named after him near Baltimore. I don't know, is everybody from the area?
All over the place.
All over.
So all over, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
They do lots.
Yeah, they were, I think they were. They're real straight. They look cool. I would say they're not just a good design, at least.
Like the Jews and they take them down.
No shit.
Minnesota.
I guess that's how they won those. They got all the reinforcements come out and then outnumbered them.
I wonder if they would have, Southern would have won, what would the country be like now?
Never know. All right.
Hi, Russ Lawton. I've got a 62 Willys wagon. It's had some updates. Joe Biedenkopf put in a 350 V8 with a 700 R4 and 300 Dana transfer case. We've driven it back out to the East Coast 2 or 3 times now.
You're from Indiana, right?
Illinois.
Illinois,
Yep,
okay.
Illinois, just over the line in Illinois.
You were starting this a couple years ago, weren't you?
They've done some things to it, yep. We had originally started putting it together for a trip to Newfoundland and had a family medical emergency and we couldn't go. So we just kind of been coming back out east once in a while and doing little trips here and there with it. Got the little camper that kind of matches, kind of goes along with it.
Yeah, let's walk over here and look, because it does look really good.
Yep.
You definitely got the good setup here. Is this your, how many times have you been to the Mason-Dixon?
This is the 3rd year we've been. 2018, 2020, and then this year. It's just a great little show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
A lot of good Jeeps coming.
Is this a custom top you got on here?
It is, I can't think of the manufacturer now. It's one I purchased. I never have time to make anything for myself. So I bought that with the awning, added the awning on, throw the spare up there.
Sounds like good.
Room for more stuff up there.
Yeah, you definitely got a setup. Let's look at your camper here.
Had to add a perch for the dogs to ride up there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she likes to collect antiques, so I made her more room to buy stuff along the way.
Yeah. That's what you got to do, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it's a 2017.
How much does this thing weigh?
I think it's only like 1,800 pounds, 1,500 pounds.
That's not bad.
It's just a bed with a little bit of storage.
Oh my gosh. You fit in there comfortably?
Oh yeah,
Because you're a
it's
pretty tall guy. Yeah.
queen size bed.
What?
Yep, queen size bed.
So what is this all like cooking and stuff?
Yep, I just made the box. When we're boondocking, I can keep a generator in the other side, and if we're really going on a trip, I've got a 110 welder I can put in there. Because it seems like when we did the Alaska rest trip, welder was needed. So.
All right. Yeah, during Epic we use a lot of baling wire,
Yep.
so there's that. Oh, it looks good. It's a good setup.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Appreciate it.